Squad, I'm dead. Squad, I'm dead. Squad, I'm dead. Squad, oh my God, fire! Squad, I'm dead. Squad, I'm dead. Okay, now we back to square one. It's hard to square up. Everybody got come, mama cries, dead sons. Lord, please bless them. Back to the party. I'm just pouring my. Don't give face that before, so I live it up. When
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Steelers are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against a Niners defense that needs to be ready for it. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
On first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And the offense on the field for the first time today, and they were high-powered a week ago.
And they're beginning to believe that they've established a groove. They expect those type of performances each and every week. Running it, throwing it, they're precise.
Again here on 2nd and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6". So the D-line's going to spread out. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Brooklyn?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And here are the defensive starters, and their coordinator is hoping that they have short-term memories from last week.
A very tough week indeed, Brandon. All they want to do now is be solid right out of the gate. No big plays given up early.
Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Ryan. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, now currently sitting in the coveted number 2 spot. Of course, you'd love number 1, but if you can't have one, number 2 is pretty good.
I agree with you totally, and here's the other part, too. The really good teams, the really confident teams, they're not as worried about being number 1. 2 is fine because they feel like they can go on the road and win against number 1 if they absolutely have to. The big thing, though, is clinching one of those early byes and able to sit and get a little rest as the playoffs begin.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 46 yards on the ground. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
Now Ryan. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he gets it down to the 32. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Perkins looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And now following that time. The defense back out onto the field. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Solomon Thomas in there for the big one. Sack number 200 for his career, tying him with Bruce Smith for the all-time NFL record. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Midfield. Here's Garoppolo. Powering his way forward. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Let's go.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Green 39. Green 39. Watching that Marty. Marty. Watching that Marty. Marty.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On the run, it's McNichols. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Here we go now.
They'll run with McNichols. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Here we go now. Over.
Now a toss play, it's McNichols. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And they will start out in great shape, up very close to midfield. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
Now let's go. Green.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for happy holidays. Larry, your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We've got some football to get to. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. There's a nice move. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
On second down, Ryan. He hits Baldwin right side. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
All right now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Garoppolo. Over the middle, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 46 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him.
Touchdown, 49ers! Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, this first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Here we go now. Blue lining. Blue lining.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
To throw on 3rd down. Ryan looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 49 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Jordan Willis in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter from Oakland. Raiders continuing to roll. They have opened their lead even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Ross. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. To throw is Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter.
Here we go now.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now that you're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Niners on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they give this time to the tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him. Nine on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. The play clock's running down. Back to throw, Newton. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a 1st down again.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Newton throwing again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's McNichols. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wagner. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. On 1st down, Ryan. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he hits Gronkowski on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. To throw again is Ryan. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Throwing again, Ryan. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A road win.